Ever wondered what happens when a fairy tale opening crashes headfirst into a linguistic dumpster fire?
Chuckles slightly. That's one way to put it.
Well, today we're diving deep into a listener-submitted short story titled Hans.
And it's definitely something else.
Yeah, instead of our usual articles or research, we're doing something a little different. A
Mhm.
close reading, sentence by sentence. We really want to get to grips with the, let's call it, intense language.
Right. It's a great chance to see how really extreme word choices shape a narrative,
Yeah.
and how we perceive it.
Exactly. We're not just summarizing a plot, we're exploring the impact of this relentless crudeness.
It's all about unpacking those word choices, seeing the effect they create.
For sure. So our mission is just that. Unpack the language, see what it does. But consider yourselves warned, the vocabulary in Hans is quite something.
Yeah, definitely not for the faint of heart.
Okay, let's dive in. Sentence number 1. There was once a small village in which a shipfellow named Hans lived.
Wow, okay. Right out of the gate,
Yeah.
you've got that classic, almost cozy, once upon a time in a small village vibe,
Mm-hmm.
and then it's immediately undercut by shitfellow. The contrast is just so stark,
It's jarring, isn't it? Like the author's deliberately setting you off balance from the start.
absolutely deliberate. It establishes the tone instantly. No subtlety here.
And it tells you pretty much everything you need to know about Hans, or at least how we're supposed to see him right away. You have to wonder, is the unpleasantness meant to be totally pervasive from word 1?
That's the question, isn't it? Is
Yeah.
it just shock value, or is it setting up this world where negativity is just the baseline? Let's see. Sentence 2. Hans was a real asshole, a wanker who annoyed everyone in the village with his nasty comments.
Okay, so no pulling punches. It escalates quickly from shitfellow to asshole and wanker.
He's really doubling down. It's almost, well, it's very direct.
It lacks any kind of subtlety, yeah. But it does add a little why. He's disliked because of his nasty comments.
Right, so he's not just unpleasant in himself. He actively does unpleasant things. He directs it outwards. That hints at conflict to come.
He's an active agent of annoyance, not just a background grump.
Got it?
Sentence 3. One day decided he'd the dirts out from next door, a cunt named Gertrude, really properly wind up.
Ah, okay, so Hans initiates. It's a premeditated. He decides to target his neighbor.
And look at the language for Gertrude. Dirt so, and then, yeah, that other word, cunt.
Yeah.
Just as vulgar as the terms for Hans.
Exactly. It mirrors the language used for him, which is interesting because it stops you from immediately taking Gertrude's side.
Right. It's not hero versus villain. It's more like awful person decides to annoy another probably awful person.
That seems to be the setup. Like maybe everyone in this village is just varying shades of unpleasant.
A charming place. So what's Gertrude's response? Sentence 4. Dazome lion called piss dandelion.
Slight laugh. Well, she gives as good as she gets, apparently.
Piss dandelion. That is remarkably specific and weird.
It is weird. The mirroring of crude language continues, like they share this foul vocabulary, but the insult itself is just bizarre.
Does the sheer strangeness make it funnier?
Man,
Or just stranger? Is there dark humor here?
could be. It's definitely absurdist. It stands out, this insult. Okay, Hans's reaction, sentence 5. Hans' grin, only his ass face glowed with schadenfreude.
Ah, so he enjoys it. He wanted her to react angrily. Schadenfreude, nice crude take on Schadenfreude.
Yeah, his ass face is glowing with pleasure at her distress. The description is just relentless in its negativity.
No redeeming qualities inside. It's like mission accomplished for Hans. He wanted to wind her up, and he did. His ass face proves it.
It really pushes the boundaries of how unlikable a protagonist, who you can even call him, that can be. Okay, sentence 6, which translates to Gertrude, who actually a piece of crap didn't let her, that please?
Yeah. Oh, the narrator steps in just to confirm, yes, Gertrude is actually a piece of crap.
Right. Just in case you were starting to feel sorry for her after being called a dirt sow.
So yeah, confirms that awful versus also awful dynamic we suspected. No heroes here.
It feels very intentional, like the author's making sure we don't find anyone to root for. Okay, sentence 7. She cursed him a screw-up and a jerk pig, while she with a vomit lump after him threw what vomit lump?
Whoa, okay. Escalation. She throws a vomit lump.
Apparently so. The conflict turns physical.
And compared to piss, dandelion, or cunt, the verbal insults screw up and dirt pig almost sound quaint.
Chuckles. Relatively speaking, yes. It's the physical act, the vomit lump, that's really visceral and messy here.
It is. Things are getting messy. What's Hans do? Sentence 8. Translation, Hans the cocksucker ducked himself and laughed, "You dirt cunt can me once," which is basically, "You dirt cunt can kiss my ass."
He dodges, laughs, and throws more insults back. Cocksucker dirt cunt tells her to kiss his ass.
He's loving this, isn't he? Absolutely reveling in the chaos. No desire to de-escalate whatsoever.
None at all. The laughter is key.
Yeah.
It's almost performative, his terribleness. Like he's putting on a show of maximum offense.
Okay, sentence 9. Hang on. That was the moment, word for word, that was the moment in which the ass fucker too far went.
And now the narrator says he's gone too far.
Right, after the vomit lump and everything else. What was the specific line he crossed there?
It feels kind of arbitrary, doesn't it? Like, what's the village code of conduct here? There must be some rule, even if it's not obvious to us.
Maybe insulting someone while telling them to kiss your ass is the final straw. Who knows? Okay, sentence 10. The shit pile, which himself his life called, broke over him together, as Gertrude, the complete idiot with a sausage head blow to reason, brought sausage head blow.
So his life, metaphorically called a shit pile, collapses.
As Gertrude, the complete idiot, literally hits him with a sausage head.
A sausage head, yes.
Yeah.
Right. That image is something else. It's so bizarre, it's almost darkly funny again.
It really is. Where did the sausage come from? Was it like a hard salami? A soft bratwurst? So many questions. Unanswered sausage questions. Does this knock some sense into him? Sentence 11. Translation. But Hans was a screwface with a dickhead and gave not up.
Apparently not. Despite the sausage assault, he's still defiant and gets labeled screwface and dickhead for his troubles.
He is nothing if not persistent in his dickheadness. The insults just keep defining them.
It really hammers home that this language is their reality. Okay, new character alert. Sentence 12. Oh, new character. And wow, okay, can you translate please, you shit brat, you dumb cunt, he yelled, while the pig priest of the village, an ass crawler named Pastor Lickers, intervened. Pastor Licker.
Pastor Lickers, oh dear. The pig priest and ass scrawler.
Even the clergy isn't safe. The unpleasantness infects everything, seems like.
Pastor Lickers, you really don't want to know how he got that name, do you?
Probably not. So the priest tries to intervene. Sentence 13. Translation, stop with the shit dirt, he cried. But no one listened to the weakhead shit dirt.
Even his attempt at peacemaking uses crude language. Stop with the shit, Bert.
And it fails completely. Nobody listens to the weakhead. So much for religious authority.
Complete breakdown of order. What does Hans think of this intervention? Sentence 14. Their blue dar Hans spo literal please the stupid ass. Hans spat only out and called him a whorebuck. He spat at the priest and called him a whorebuck.
Utter contempt. Hans spits at the priest and calls him a whorebuck.
Yeah, he really doesn't care who he offends. Equal opportunity offender.
Truly. And the parade of characters continues. Sentence 15. Carl in Spiel and Piscopad as a he-shit woodpecker. Carl the shit woodpecker, also a pisshead, and the pièce de resistance. He has a dirt cow as a pet. A dirt cow as a pet, apparently.
Carl the shit woodpecker and pisshead, who owns a dirt cow.
A dirt cow. As a pet.
We have definitely left realism behind, haven't we? This is getting properly absurd.
It really is. Is this maybe where the satire, if any, really kicks in? Highlighting the absurdity of it all? We're just throwing weird stuff at the wall?
Hard to tell. So Carl joins in. Sentence 16. Let's hear it, Fat Hans, you stink boot, shouted Carl, and his jerk face contorted itself to a grin jerk face.
Yep, Carl jumps right in, insults Hans. Fat Hans, stink boot.
Yeah.
Clearly enjoying it. His jerk face grins.
The mob mentality is definitely building now. Everyone wants a piece of Hans.
It feels like piling on is the main form of social interaction here. How does Hans respond? Sentence 17. Translation. Hans the shit wretch showed him the middle finger and yelled, "Tit ass, shut your screw nose mouth."
Classic Hans. A rude gesture and then, tit ass, screw nose mouth. The insults are getting anatomically creative now.
We really are. It's like a competition in twisted vulgarity. Sentence 18. Carl and Drexelizer counter to Arctic Zoo cockroach. Okay, Carl. A dirt mouth and smart shitter retorted, "You ass cookie, you shit frog ass cookie,
Yeah.
shit fuck ass cookie, and shit shrug."
Ass cookie. Shit frog. Okay, Carl's giving him a run for his money in the sheer weirdness department.
That's good. It's just a peak absurdity. Language is completely broken down into just bizarre, aggressive sounds.
Meaningless aggression. And it's not over. Sentence 19. The situation. Another one. Peter the penis face. Peter the penis face. Yes, he mixed himself in and called Hans a dirt bum.
Peter the penis face now. Good grief. He joins in too.
Everyone's getting sucked into this vortex of negativity. Dirt bum. It's almost tame now.
Relatively, yeah. And Gertrude and Hans are still going at it. Sentence 20. Gertrude Shri connected Vante. Okay, Gertrude yelled, "Servant, you piss squirt," while Hans called her an ass maggot and shit rat cunt, servant piss squirt ass maggot shit rat.
Their personal feud continues alongside the main brawl. More lovely terms. Servant, piss squirt, ass maggot, shit rat cunt.
It's just relentless, isn't it? A continuous cycle of nastiness. Sentence 21. Oh, cock a shit sausage. A shit sausage, Carl, the penis clown, throws it. Hans, described as having a dirt nose, replies with screw tooth, you ass cheek.
Another projectile. A shit sausage. Who throws that? Carl, now dubbed the penis clown.
Of course, and Hans, the dirt nose, just keeps firing back insults. Screw tooth, you ass cheek. He's unflappable, you have to give him that.
Unflappably foul-mouthed. Does anything stop him? Maybe some physical comedy. Sentence 22. Brings a moment of physical comedy. Maybe Woolman Hans Stolpert to Uber and Schisper Funstein on feel offside of Pimmelschnauz. Even the stone is described offensively, apparently idiot. Hans tripped over a screwfucker of a stone and fell on his dick-eater snout. Dick-eater snout.
Even a stone gets an insulting name. A screwfucker of a stone.
And he falls on his dick-eater snout. Wow, the negativity permeates everything, even inanimate objects.
The potential comedy is just drowned in the ugliness of the language. There's no relief. Okay, Gertrude's reaction. Sentence 23. Translation: a shitface like him had that deserved thought. Gertrude, who as dirt known, was so zero sympathy, and a reminder that she's known as Beards, no empathy here, just satisfaction at his misfortune, confirming the general lack of any redeeming qualities in anyone. It's a village united by mutual unpleasantness, and it seems to be hereditary.
Zero sympathy from Gertrude. Just pure satisfaction. She thinks the shitface deserved it.
And the narrator reminds us she's known as Dirt, too. So yeah, no empathy anywhere. It's a village united by being awful to each other.
That line about it being hereditary is chilling, like this awfulness is passed down.
It really is. Which brings us to sentence 24. Her daughter, Lisa, Gertrude's whore daughter, Lisa, yes, she laughs and called Hans jerk-off prick you shit clumsy.
Yeah, wow, so even the children are fluent in this local vernacular. The apple doesn't fall far from the Drexler Street. It seems it's quite grim, really normalized vulgarity passed down through generations' cheerful stuff.
Gertrude's daughter, Lisa, and yup, she's laughing and calling him jerk-off prick and shit clumsy.
So the kids speak the language, too. The apple doesn't fall far from the dirt tree, I guess.
Grimm is right. It's completely normalized vulgarity passed down, cheerful stuff indeed. What does Hans do? Sentence 25. Hans the ass cattle picked himself up and yelled, "Screw cut, you dirt rag." At Shadow Rice, he gets up and immediately starts shouting insults again. He is nothing is not persistent and foul-mouthed, a true monument to vulgarity. He gets up now described as ass cattle and immediately starts yelling again, "Screw cunt, you dirt rag."
He is nothing if not persistent, persistently foul-mouthed, a true monument to vulgarity.
And now an alliance forms against him. Sentence 26. They're pissing Carl and Deskakun Gertrude for Bendit Hans, piss rag Carl and shit chicken Gertrude against penis dog Hans. That's the lineup, an alliance forged in their mutual hatred of Hans. It's a perverse kind of community building, isn't it? Finding common ground and shared animosity, even when you're a piss rag and a shit chicken misery, and creative insults love company, and how do they attack?
Piss rag Carl and shit chicken Gertrude team up against penis dog Hans. What a lineup.
It's a perverse kind of community building, right? Finding common ground and shared hatred, even if your common ground involves being called a piss rag and a shit chicken.
Misery and creative insults love company. How do they attack?
Sentence 27. In chorus, son, you ass pipe, they shouted in chorus, synchronized swearing. That's a new level. It really emphasizes the piling on aspect.
They shout in chorus, synchronized swearing, son, you ass pipe. That's a new level of collective aggression. Really emphasizes the piling on. Poor Hans. Or just, wow.
It's overwhelming. But is Hans? Done. Sentence 28. There's Sean's fluke. It's Drake's. Your Vikify still fighting the shithead Hans. Curse back, dirt buck, your jerk-off 8 Bert buck. Jerk-off egg still got insults left. Even now he's going down swinging verbally, at least total commitment to the cause of profanity. But is it enough?
Nope. Still fighting back. Shithead Hans curses back. Dirt buck, jerk-off ape, jerk-off egg.
He's still got insults left.
Yeah.
Even now, going down swinging, verbally at least, total commitment to the cause of profanity.
But is it enough? Sentence 29. Chance, the inevitable conclusion, but the screw-ass had no chance. The ship brought worse Carl, and the piss-face Gertrude drove him out of the village. Ship brought worse Carl and piss-face Gertrude. Okay, so he's banished, driven out by the dynamic duo Justice Village style, surfed crude, and probably about time, maybe?
Apparently not. The screw-ass had no chance. He's driven out by Shrimp Brought Worse Carl and Piss-Face Gertrude.
Shrimp brought worse Carl. Okay, so he's banished, village justice, surf crude, and honestly, maybe about time.
Maybe. It's hard to feel bad for him. But the ending isn't exactly peaceful. Sentence 30. Imes and line involved the tooth at the end, said Hans, the author. Complete isolation, a bleak end for a bleak character. Even in solitude, he's still defined by these terms, and it seems the forest isn't exactly welcoming either.
Complete isolation, a bleak end for a bleak character. Even alone, he's still defined by these awful terms.
And the forest isn't exactly rolling out the welcome mat. Sentence 31.
Even the bird's a shit bird and a screw woodpecker. A shit bird chirped above the dumbass while a screw woodpecker pecked at him. It's like nature itself is joining in the abuse. His unpleasantness has contaminated everything. He is truly rejected by the world, persona non grata, even to the wildlife.
Oh my gosh. Even the birds are insulting. A shit bird and a screw woodpecker. Nature itself is joining the abuse.
It's like his awfulness has contaminated everything. He's totally rejected by the world, persona non grata, even to the wildlife. That's profound in a really disturbing way. Okay, final character summary time. Sentence 32. Gives us a final character summary. Oh, my translate. That monstrosity, the dirt eater. Hans, a penis ass with a shit cunt as a soul, howled with rage. A shit cunt as a soul. Huh. Kind of comprehensive. It really sums up the author's view, doesn't it? Consumed by rage, not remorse. A fittingly unpleasant end portrait, not exactly hitting the redemption arc hard there, not even close.
Deep breath. Okay. The dirt eater Hans, a penis ass with a shit cunt as a soul, howled with rage.
A shit cunt as a soul. Wow. That's comprehensive, I guess. Really sums up the author's final take.
Consumed by rage, not remorse. A fittingly unpleasant end portrait. Definitely no redemption arc here.
Not even close. Sentence 33. Is blend the piss bratza short and not sweet? The piss brat had lost. Simple, direct, vulgar, final. No ambiguity at all. He lost.
And the final verdict. The piss brat had lost. Simple, direct, vulgar, final.
No ambiguity. He lost. But wait, what about the winners? Sentence 34. They celebrated with now the Ashore Gertrude and the shitsucker Carl celebrated their victory with a cunt fucker dance. A cunt fucker dance. That image is something else grotesque, darkly funny maybe, but mostly just underscores that nobody comes out of this looking good. The victors are just as awful. A celebration perfectly matched the conflict, but is it truly over FUD?
They celebrate with a cunt fucker dance.
A cunt fucker dance. That image is, well, it's something. Grotesque, darkly funny. Mostly just underscores that nobody looks good here.
The victors are just as awful as Shore Gertrude and shitsucker Carl. Their celebration perfectly matches the conflict.
But is it truly over for Hans? Sentence 35. Of course he swore revenge, the dirt type. Hans swore revenge, jerkhead shit nose, you ass pig. He muttered more insults, naturally, no self-reflection, just immediate thoughts of vengeance. The cycle continues. He hasn't learned a thing. Some people really don't change.
Of course not. He immediately swears revenge. Jerkhead, shit nose, you ass pig. More insults.
No self-reflection, just vengeance. The cycle continues. He hasn't learned a single thing.
Some people really don't change. Sentence 36 gives us a final roll call of his lovely nicknames. Drives home his isolation. Let's have the final roll call of nicknames. But the shit bum remained alone, a screwed and pissworm, banished by the dirt whore, Gertrude, and the penis cunt, Carl. Screwed dirt and pissworm, yeah, banished by dirt whore and penis cunt. It's bleak, utterly bleak, and everyone remains defined by these horrible terms. A truly uplifting story, isn't it? The final images are just as charming.
The shitbum remained alone, a screwed and pissworm banished by dirt whore Gertrude and penis cunt Carl.
It's just bleak, utterly bleak. Everyone remains defined by these horrible terms. Truly uplifting stuff.
The final images are just as charming. Sentence 37. More great descriptions, this shitsucker Hans. Stare into the sky, his asshole face contorted with hate. Just pure, unresolved anger and resentment. That's the lasting impression. No peace found here, none at all. Just bitterness.
Shitsucker Hans. Staring into the sky, his asshole face contorted with hate.
Just pure, unresolved anger and resentment. That's the lasting impression. No peace, just bitterness.
None at all.
Yeah.
His final words, sentence 38, his final whisper, fitting shit asshole, he whispered while a jerkack cursed his fate. Self-pitying and offensive to the last breath. It perfectly encapsulates him, doesn't it? Consistent with nothing else. And the absolute final word from the narrator.
Fittingly. Shit asshole, he whispered, self-pitying and offensive to the last.
It perfectly encapsulates him. Consistent, if nothing else. And the narrator's absolute final word, sentence 39. Wow, okay, and so into the story of the dirt. Kundas Hans, a miserable end for a miserable life, no pulling punches, right to the very last word, a clear, harsh judgment. And that's Hans. Oh, well, there you have it, our sentence-by-sentence tour through, well, whatever that was. That was an experience. The sheer volume and creativity of the language is something else. It really is. So after wading through all that, what do you even make of it? What's the point of a story like this? That's $1 million question. Is it satire? Is it just trying to shock? Is it holding up a dark, distorted mirror to, I don't know, human conflict stripped bare? Or maybe it's just an exercise in seeing how many incredibly rude words you can pack into one narrative could be. It definitely makes you think about language, though. Does hearing this much vulgarity numb you to it? Does it highlight absurdity, or does it just become noise after a while?
Yeah.
It's hard to say. It certainly sticks with you, though. For better or worse, it does. Perhaps it's just a reminder the story's going to speak.
And so ended the story of the Dirt Kundas Hans, a miserable end for a miserable life. Wow! No pulling punches, right to the end. A clear, harsh judgment. And humor. That's Hans. Phew.
Exhales. Well, there you have it. Our sentence-by-sentence tour through, well, whatever that was.
That was an experience. The sheer volume and the creativity of the language is really something else.
It really is. So after wading through all that, what do you even make of it? What's the point of a story like this?
This million-dollar question, isn't it? Is it satire? Is it just trying to shock? Is it holding up a dark, distorted mirror to, I don't know, human conflict stripped bare?
Or maybe it's just an exercise. Like, let's see how many incredibly rude words we can pack into one narrative.
Could be. It definitely makes you think about language, though. Does hearing this much vulgarity numb you to it? Does it highlight absurdity? Or do you just become noise after a while?
Hard to say. It certainly sticks with you, though, for better or worse.
It does. Perhaps it's just a reminder that stories can explore the absolute ugliest corners.
Well, that was certainly a journey into the depths of expressive language, wasn't it?
It was. So, what did you make of Hans and his deeply unpleasant world? Was there a method to the madness? Or was it simply an exercise in linguistic brutality?
Yeah. What do you think? Does this kind of unfiltered, aggressive language tell us anything meaningful about conflict or community, or maybe just the darker side of human expression?
It's definitely something to chew on. Hopefully, even in this rather unique source material, we've managed to unpack some interesting nuggets for you.
Let's hope so. We never know what fascinating or bizarre sources you'll send our way next.
I'm coming.